We with them steppers, yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 We with all of that ride. You can keep all of that side talk. Rock it back and let that thing spark. I ain't type to let my hands go.
Yeah, that tactical. Welcome back to the channel. Shout out to the Naughty Gang. Y'all definitely in the building. One time for the women and the children. Speaking of the Naughty Gang, y'all definitely running it up, running them views up, running the subscribes up, running the follows up on Instagram. If y'all not following me on Instagram, it's urban_tactical_TV. Let's get it in. Today's video is being sponsored by Yeti Barrel Apparel. Got them linked in the description. They sent in this body armor, threw my logo on the front. I got some drinks on the back, all custom made, man. Go holler at them for your visual arts needs. They also have a clothing brand over there. Y'all check them out immediately. Now, speaking on the Naughty Gang, y'all are definitely running up the subscribe and the follow tab for me. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Y'all just make sure that y'all liking it. And by y'all running it up, we're almost to our channel's first goal, which is 100 subscribers. So how can you win? You subscribe to the channel, make sure you like this video. As a matter of fact, comment below, what do you think I should give away? Best one wins, I guess. Then we'll just randomly pick somebody. I'll go through and let my daughter do it on live or something. We'll make it a real poppin' event. Got a lot of people out here right now showing their love by imitation, copying my moves, copying what I'm doing, copying my video titles, bigger channels. I'm loving all of that. It lets me know that the smaller guy is definitely coming up and I'm somebody to watch out for. So take notes. But enough of that stuff. Let me do my intro. Urban, y'all already know what's going on. Y'all already know what's going down. I got a baddie from South Carolina. Columbia, South Carolina to be exact. She's an FM Tactical 2. I have on the channel today one of my favorite rifles that I own. Yes, I do love AK-47s, but this right here kind of changed the whole process for me on how I think about.
The fuck is that? Shit!
Kind of changed my whole process on how I actually think about what a rifle does and where it comes from. So let's get into it. So I've had this FN Tactical 2 for about 1.5 years now. I've ran this thing hard. I ran cheap stuff through this. I had a remanufactured brass running through this thing like butter. Everything from the Winchesters, the green tips, everything runs through this flawlessly. So first things first, I always say, you get what you pay for. If you're gonna go low end, just expect low end things before we even get into this video. If you're getting higher things, you should expect quality and nothing less. If anything breaks, they should have a warranty with it that lasts just a little bit longer. The gun should just last longer in general. Now with this coming in at $16.99, depending on where you're getting it from, you're ordering online, all of that jazz, I feel like this is a mid-grade gun. You could have a rifle that's $2,300, $2,500. It's not gonna make you shoot any better. It's just the inner workings of it will last longer if they're forged, if it's a chrome line barrel in there, but we're gonna get into all of that. Now enough of me up here, let's get to the gun talk. All right, so first and foremost, before I get to breaking this thing down and I can really get it in the camera and really show you all, let's look at some mags real quick that I have for this. This right here, which I have in it, this is a 60 by Magpul. User error, I actually broke this, so let me take this out. Drop this down for y'all. Get this real quick, sorry about that. So, I actually broke the follower in here. I don't know what happened. Manufacturing warranties, they was just so much going back and forth on the internet. I just didn't feel like arguing or typing somebody to death. Like, that's not my aim. I'm not gonna type anybody to death. I don't do all of that. But for what it's worth, this is definitely a good piece of machinery. They don't get good reviews with the Pro Mags, but I definitely believe that technology changes companies and times change companies also. So the things that your friends got in the early 2000s, whatever, may have not been good, but these days 90% of these companies that had the longevity to last will make quality products. With that being said, let's bring out a 40. This is a P-Mag. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is what a 40 look like, and this is what a 30 looks like. Both empty. And when I throw them in the gun, y'all don't crucify me here. Just make sure it's clear for y'all. See that, we clear? That bolt carrier group is very, very, very smooth. But you see how long that thing hangs down there? So if you had to come in here with it, you can get a little bit of, you know. But I like mine up here. We're gonna start breaking down the gun in a few. Just look at how this 30 looks in here. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now, let's start breaking this thing down. Let's push these pins out. Maybe we can get into it. Hopefully I can one take Timmy this thing for y'all. Not doing too much. Just that simple. Just that simple. We're gonna set this off to the side for now. We're gonna really, really, really get into it. Make sure I got enough space. All right, so now that I got that out of the way, we can get into everything that I changed so far on here, how the build is going. So when I first got this FN Tactical 2, it came with the M1A1 style, the gray standard butt stock. I switched it out. I believe that this is a mag pull. Works pretty decent. It's 3 levels, so this is the highest out, medium out, that's just a little bit out, and that's all the way in. So really full, but works pretty decent. Flies good. Does what it's supposed to do. Nothing too bad to say about that. Now, when we're talking about this trigger here, this trigger is a combat ready trigger. It's coming in with a whopping 4 pounds, but I can literally say, when you're shooting this thing with rapid succession, you cannot tell that this is a 4 pound trigger. It's as light as a feather. Now I'll switch it to this side that way you can actually see the next stuff I'm talking about here. Now when you look at this safety, it's metal. It's got little ridges in it. Let's see if you can get that in there. I'll zoom in a little bit. See if y'all can get that. I'll talk about it just like this, the way y'all can get this in there the whole time. So you can really get it. So this is the A2 grip on here. Very nice, very nice. I like how you can get up on it. It's very nice, very nice. Almost too big for my hand, but works for me. I like to really palm these things. Now, a little bit here. This is hardened anodized aluminum. So I believe that that's forged, it's not cast, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, bash me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe that this isn't, you know, like a press and play type thing. Like, this thing is really forged. Honestly, it's very, very light, so the ergonomics in it is very good. Now the mag release on here, check this out. It's almost like a fingerprint. So your fingerprint really sits in that groove. If you're barebacking it, you don't have on your gloves, your finger ridges kind of get in that more, which is a plus to me because I don't always use gloves. I'm not a big fan of them unless I'm in the field. If I'm in the field, then we're gonna definitely use gloves. But you know, you train for reality situations, so you might not get a chance to get to your gloves. Now, before y'all really beat me up over this terrible paint job I did, I mean, when you get your, you know, your firearm, sometimes you want it to look a little bit different than others. I didn't want to Cerakote this because I'm not gonna say that Cerakoted pistols aren't attractive or anything like that, but I'm just not too big on that just yet. So I just went with the regular old paint in the grooves here. You can still clean this thing up. Nail polish remover, get that right out of there. No harm, no foul. I mean, it's a quality receiver, so you don't scuff the paint. And when we're talking overall length, it's about 33.7 in overall length. And you know, everything put together is 16. It's pretty nice. Not as heavy as most would say, but I mean, it's an AR-15, so whatever you put on is gonna have some weight to it anyway. So I don't really get into the unloaded, loaded, all of that stuff when it comes to an AR, unless it's like extremely light with loaded mags in there with your whole setup. That's when I would say, like, all right, go ahead and brag about how much it weighs and how much it doesn't weigh. I mean, if you're really carrying it anyway, you'll probably have it in some sort of sling, rope, string, whatever you do to carry your rifle. All right, so moving along, we're gonna get into this bolt carrier group here. Move right in. First off, let's look at this charger handle. It's really basic. It's what came with it, but it's pretty sturdy, Nothing to complain about, but it's nothing to brag about either. This thing here, this bolt carrier group, buttery smooth. I don't know what to say about it. When I've shot other Daniel Defenses, they're kind of as smooth as it, but then when I shoot on the lower end, the Smith & Wesson Sporting Rifle 2s, those aren't as great as these. I believe that those are cast receivers and things like that, so it doesn't feel the same, but this is buttery smooth. Like, it was made for that channel. Like, this thing moves in here. It chews, spits them out. Chews, spits them out. Now, the things that I've changed on here, what it came with, like I said, on the upper here, it came with these mag pull flip ups. I actually like them. They actually can go up in 2 different places. So you can press this button on the side here. Let's see if I can get that in there really good. Okay. So, see that? See that button there? Do that. That flips right up. Or you can go hard, press it on top, boom. That goes for front and rear. Front and rear. Now, this is a fire field I have on top here for my red dot. It comes with 4 different settings. You have the regular red dot, you have a circle with the red dot, you have the cross or the plus sign, then you have the circle, the plus sign, and the dot all in one. Does pretty good. Stays zeroed in really decently. I'm not gonna brag about it like it's super expensive or anything like that. The factory was, no. We're gonna call it what it is. It's good for what it does. It stays zeroed. Can't complain about it. I've dropped it 2 or 3 times, probably nicked it up against some things, so it has a little bit of cosmetic damage to it, but it's a gun we're talking about here. It's supposed to get dirty and it's supposed to get used. The reflective tint on here was really attractive to me when I was buying this. It, see that? Yeah, so it's red on my side, but I've been told, like, if you look down the other way of it, when you're looking this way, you can kind of see the rectal, whatever you want to call it, the red dot. I don't know, I ain't trying to be too technical, but yeah, you can see it from the other side sometimes, which is cool. Now, the one thing that I can say that I did not like about this was my handguard. It's made by a company named Samson Evolution. I had to search high and low to actually get rail mounts for this. That's right. So you have to get your own rail mounts for this. So you can grab this anywhere so it doesn't have that M4 feel to it where you get cheese grated. You gotta put the little rubber tabs over top of the Picatinny there or whatever that we can really grasp or grip your rifle. Now, I have this set up with my flashlight normally on this side, my laser on this side over here. Now, it kind of works the same way like the M-locks or the key locks do. You know, you go in through here, whatever, line it up, screw it in, bam, the base plate sits there, everything works good. But I had to search high and low, and they only offer the aftermarket things for this, so I wouldn't even call it aftermarket. So you can only get Samsung rails to put your other aftermarket stuff on there. So they double up on that money twice. So if you get lucky enough not to get one with a Samsung on there, definitely grab it. I mean, the Samsung isn't bad. It's very light, but just know you get what you pay for, and they're gonna make you pay twice. Now this is a Magpul grip here. Like it, you can take this out. Let's see if we can get that in there. Let's get a close up of that. And a close up. You can take this little piece out here and make this fully smooth, but the way that my hand goes, I can get in there like this and really get up and choke on this. Get a good choke on that, kind of put it in here like that. I can actually rest this up against something if I need to. Boom, 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 give you a little love that way. But it was pretty decent. I think I paid a cool $30 for that. Wasn't nothing spectacular. I just did Magpul because I had Magpul sights. I could have got something else, but I just stuck with what I already had on here. Now, my muzzle brake shoots a decent fireball. I forgot the name of it. Wasn't that much. I think this was like a cool like $80 or so. Wasn't nothing spectacular again, but it does shoot very decent fireballs. I do not have videos of me shooting it with the new muzzle brake. This is fairly new. A lot of the videos that I was recording, because I didn't know that I was gonna do YouTube, I kind of deleted those, so we'll start to refresh a lot of things up as we're growing with the channel. Now, might I add, you get what you pay for with this, so I'll flip these sights up real quick, show y'all a little something. Now, this is how you know if somebody's really rocking a full FN setup. See that on top there? That's etched in there. That's etched in there. If I wanted to paint that, I could paint that. That's at the top, under my sight, so boom, it'll be there. So put it down, boom, right there. So that was a good attention to detail there. My forward assist on here is very smooth also. The spring retention on that is immaculate. All around, for this to be, you know, 16 in length, 33.7, whatever you want to call it, this is a very well put together piece here. The barrel in here is chrome lined and it's cold hammer forged. So you know this thing is going to last. Now you can go pick up one of those colorful rifles and pay them basically for Cerakoting something that wasn't that reliable in the first place, or wasn't that, I guess, yeah, let's just say reliable. I don't really want to bash too many things. I seen YouTubers out here with a lot of different colored firearms and things like that, but a lot of the times, like, you're paying more for the Cerakoting than what's actually worth the rifle, when you could have had upgraded it on reliability and things like that, instead of just making it a cool color. Some people are into actual marksmanship and shooting. Some people are in it for the style. I can't bash you for it, but you know, weird colored rifles, if you were really trying to, you know, protect yourself or something like that, somebody would see that from a mile away. This is kind of more laid back, flat black with a little shine to it. Nothing too hot. You know, the silhouette doesn't really stand out per se. You know, versus what's a weird color? Or like a purple rifle or something like that. Like something like purple, gold, and things like that. Like, those are very loud colors. So I mean, if you just got it, you know, you just a range toy or something like that, you can't go hunting in the woods with that, because they'll definitely see that from a mile away. You can't really, you know, if you were protecting yourself, somebody would see you holding that. If they were scoped in on you, they would definitely see you with that. They could see that from a mile away. So just think about that too when you're getting your Cerakoting and stuff like that. I mean, if it's just a fun gun, do what you do. But you know, if you actually use your gun for work, you know, think about those things. Let's start putting this thing back together. Let's get this thing in here. Alright, that's buttery smooth. Putting that thing back. Set that on there like so. Sometimes you gotta put a little pressure with it. Line them up, make sure they all good. Push some things right in. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Can you imagine a co-witness on this thing? Imagine a co-witness on that. So like I said, this is really what you get when you pay a little bit of money for it. You have a specially made trigger that they use out of the scars put on this model. It was already threaded and ready for a suppressor or a muzzle brake if I wanted it. Only thing that I had to do, honestly, was contact Samson Evolution, just that way that I can get a few rails from them. I got a 4 and 2 2-inch ones. Cost me a whopping 36 bucks, maybe $60 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this thing runs flawlessly. I've shot more than 2,000 rounds through this thing. Never had a hiccup, never had anything break except a magazine that I had. So this gun really works, very easy to clean. Same AR platform. But it's been Urban Tactical TV. Stay trained up, stay dangerous, and don't be dumb.
We with them steppers, yeah, yeah, yeah. We with them steppers, yeah, yeah, yeah. We with them